अस्सलाम वालेकुम प्यारा दोस्तों। इंग्लिश टू सिंधी जो सफ़र जारी व सारी। As we were discussing about the kinds of sentences, I told you then in lecture number 4 that there are two ways that we can think of kinds of sentences, or we can group English sentences. The first one, in which we discussed 4 types, were already discussed, and I will try to repeat some of it. In English language, there are 2 ways or perspectives in which sentences can be grouped, as I already told you this. मां तव्हांखे मिसाल ॾिनो हो इंसाननि जे गिरोहनि जो जेके मुख़्तलिफ़ तरीक़नि सां विराए सघजनि था। मसलन कॉन्टिनेंट बेस्ड एशियंस, नॉर्थ अमेरिकन, साउथ अमेरिकन्स, अफ्रीकन्स, ऑस्ट्रेलियंस, बिल्कुलु अहिड़े नमूने सां वरी फर्दर उन्हनि जी डिवीजन थी सघे त जेकॾहिं उन्हनि खे ॿोलियुनि जे बुनियाद ते डिवाइड कयो वञे। So likewise, English sentences can be grouped in 2 perspectives. The first perspective, as we already discussed in lecture number 4, is something like this. In the first way, we say that there are 4 kinds of sentences in English language. Simple sentence, example, the sun sets in the west. Interrogative sentence, who are you? Imperative sentence, be quiet. Exclamatory sentence, what a goal. All these 4 types of sentences we have already discussed in the lecture number 4. Now let's talk about in the second way. We say that there are 3 kinds of sentences in English language: simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. I also deferred this type for a couple of lectures, as I wanted to discuss couple of things such as phrase and class. Now that you know about the term class, it is now easier for us to understand these 3 types. First, simple sentence. A simple sentence is one which has only one subject and one predicate. You know this. Class. You know the class. You know the simple sentence. They both have what? One subject and one predicate. A simple sentence consists of just one class. This class is also called main class or principal class. For example, his character won him respect. His character. Subject. Won him respect. Predicate. Let's talk about the second type of sentence. In this category is called compound sentence. Let us consider a sentence. The North Star was bright and we could see our way. The sentence above can be broken into 2 parts as: the North Star was bright. The North Star was bright. We could see our way. Yes, we could see our way. These are 2 sentences. They are joined together by the word and, which is a conjunction. We'll discuss that in the next few lessons. Look at the first part. The North Star was bright. The word North Star, these are called the subject of the sentence, whereas was bright is the predicate. Similarly, we could say that we could see, we is the subject, could see our way is the predicate. So both sentences have got their own subjects and predicate, and one of the most interesting thing is they both can stand alone. Each part contains a subject and a predicate of its own, Each part is also known as a clause. We also note that each clause is stand by itself as a separate sentence. Each clause is independent of the other. वो एक ॿिए खां आज़ाद आहिनि. Both can behave as main class. ॿई main class चई सघजनि था. ॿई principal class चई सघजनि था. A sentence such as this, which is made up of main clauses or principal clauses, is called a compound sentence. Let us talk about another example of compound sentence. Night came on and rain fell heavily and we stopped our journey. Night came on. Night, subject, came on, predicate, rain, subject, fell heavily, predicate, we stopped our journey. We, subject, stopped our journey, predicate. इहे साॻे तरीक़े जो आहे. सभु स्टैंड अलोन करे सघनि था. टे जुमला हिक ॿिए खां आज़ाद आहिनि. So all can act as principal clause or main clause. So इहो हिकिड़ो example आहे. Now let us talk about compound sentence. The definition: a compound sentence is one made up of two. A compound sentence is one made up of two or more clauses or principal clauses. That's it. Complex sentence. Let us consider a sentence. They laughed when the joker arrived. The above sentence consists of two parts. They laughed when the joker arrived. They, subject, laugh, predicate. Second jumle mein, when the joker, subject, when arrived, predicate. The clause when the joker arrived cannot stand by itself and make good sense. It is dependent on the clause they laughed. It is therefore called dependent or subordinate clause. Whereas they laughed is the main clause or principal clause, because this sentence can stand alone. A sentence such as they laughed when the joker arrived, or such as this, is called a complex sentence. A complex sentence consists of one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Hope you have enjoyed this. राब्ते जे लाइ पंहिंजो ख्याल रखिजो. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.